So we got to spend some time with Motorola's much awaited smartwatch, the Moto 360. At first glance, this will pass off as a traditional watch and not like a geeky gadget you're wearing on your wrist. The display is fairly readable indoors. It wasn't exactly crisp, but fair enough. That little black bar at the bottom is not as distracting as some people make it out to be. But the glass that covers the screen is protruding at the edges, and that part can be a little distracting to some. The ambient light sensor is a good addition, as it dimmed the brightness to suit the low ambient lighting indoors. There have been battery life concerns, but Motorola says that with the ambient mode turned off, the watch should last you a day. In this mode though, the screen will turn off. It can be awakened by simply tilting the wrist or by pressing the button on the side. It was also able to recognize the OK Google command despite a lot of noise in the background. And speaking of OK Google, let's shift our attention to the second generation Moto X. While the previous phone responded only to OK Google now, you can now set the new Moto X to any command you like. Somebody had set up Hey Rajnikant on one of the devices and it worked fine. The device is now fairly bigger than the original Moto X with a 5.2-inch display. But fortunately, it is also thinner, and that somehow still makes it comfortable to hold. The black model that we saw felt a little boring when compared to the wood finish one. The metal band around the device makes it feel more solid than the earlier Moto X. The power button is also now textured, so it's easier to simply identify by touch. Now you can peek at not one but three of your most recent notifications by simply touching the screen. And bringing them up is easier thanks to the 4 IR sensors on the 4 corners. So simply waving a hand brings the notifications up. You can even silence calls and mute alarms by waving your hand. On the inside, it is running the Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 2.5 GHz quad-core chip, and the phone is absolutely smooth with no lag. The camera at the back has a new type of dual LED ring flash that diffuses light when taking a picture in the dark. Honestly, we didn't really see a big difference in the output, but we'll know for sure when we compare the shot to the others. All in all, the device, when launched by the end of September 2013, is set out to be one of the best Android flagship smartphones that you can buy in the 30 to 35,000 rupee price range. No official word on the pricing though, but we expect the Moto 360 to cost about 18,000 when it comes here. Initial impressions of the 360 are positive, but it is only when we see the battery life for ourselves will we be in a position to recommend it. This is Rohan for Pricebaba signing off. You should know that we've reviewed the second generation Moto G already, so go ahead and check it out if you haven't. And be subscribed for the full review of the Moto X 2014 and Moto 360 when they launch.